Okay. I really don't want to use my cell phone to record this, but my camera just doesn't work in the cold, and I left it in my car for too long in winter months, or the winter months. Anyways, so today is November, I'm gonna lie and say 17th, and yeah, it's a Tuesday. I'm on vacation. I just came back from Isaiah's place. I left the PlayStation 4 with him, and we watched My Hero Academia. Timestamp done. Yeah, man, I don't know. I was just kind of thinking to myself, I realized how much of a Grinch I am. You know? Because, like I play piano. I played it for collectively 9 years. You know, actively learning it. Not just... Because, like, if I always... Okay, tangent. Like, I always wonder that, you know, how that flows. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I've been playing this instrument for 10 years, right? But I've been learning to play it I stopped actively learning it for, you know, 4 years, you know what I'm saying? So I've always wondered, I don't know, then again, there's, like, actively playing in gigs, so, like, I've been playing piano in gigs for 4 years, you know, 5+ years, I don't know, I always wondered how that flows as far as, like, what's acceptable, where's this acceptable cutoff for amount of time spent, you know, doing something like that. Anyways, but what I was trying to say, I realized how much of a Grinch I am, because, like I said, I played piano for, we'll say 4 years. 4 years sounds appropriate. We'll say, you know, I played piano for like 4 years, and, you know, I don't want to learn any Christmas songs to play. And it's, mind you, it's November, and so we haven't even hit Thanksgiving yet. And I'm mad at the amount of Christmas things that are happening. Like, what is it, Saturday? 4 days ago or something like that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 3 days ago. 3 days ago, including today, 4. I went not paintball, I went laser tag, and there was a lady in rabbit ears, or like reindeer ears, sorry. Reindeer ear antler thing, you know? And she was like, alright, I want to hear you guys sing Jingle Bell, mama, 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 mama. And I was like, it's not that time yet. Please stop. Please stop. Because it was just, I don't know, it was just, and I feel like I can't really be too overly critical, because people are like, what is wrong with you? You don't like Christmas? And it's not that I don't like Christmas. It's just that, like, give thanks, man. Like, Thanksgiving is such an important holiday, you know? Like, it's an awesome, awesome holiday. It's a moment it's a holiday to give thanks. Like what in a specifically American holiday, you know? Like, I know originally it was like the day of harvest or something like that, you know? And it was celebrated many different times of the year, and this and that. But I mean, like, the modern version of it is Thanksgiving Day. And it's like, I like to take it literally. It's a time to give thanks, to be happy for what you have. And I think that's an awesome thing to celebrate in America, you know? Like, we have so much opportunity, so much going on, you know, that even, like, the worst of us, even the poorest of our poor, you know, are actually fairly rich if they go to a foreign, you know, country, you know, in compared to the poor, should I say, of a foreign country, which I feel like is a very common thing that's made up. And, you know, it's interesting, you know, it's, I don't know, it's, I feel like we should be giving Thanksgiving more love, you know, give up the love for Thanksgiving, please, because, man, it's, I don't see why you wouldn't. It just seems like, I don't know. And then the classic conflict comes in of like, oh, you just want Thanksgiving to come so you can get some, you know? And I guess there is a portion of the back of most people's brains of like, you know, the reason why I'm looking forward to Christmas is, yes, I'm giving a lot, but I'm also getting a lot, you know? And people are, you know, more cheerful and whatnot. It's like, it's the season of goodness and happy and love and, you know, which I find interesting. All the other holidays are very, I guess that would be the interesting thing. That would be an interesting study. Why do all the other holidays fail? You know what I'm saying? I wonder if it is like a Christian thing, you know? I wonder if because of Christmas being this, you know, celebration of Jesus Christ, you know, birth, death, and resurrection, all that jazz, you know. I wonder if that the Christian majority is what helps. I think maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's a huge contributor. People who are maybe Christian or people who are, you know, maybe on the fence or something like that. But actually, no, we'll say the majority population, which tends to be people identifying as Christian, you know, they're reminded of Jesus Christ. They have that guilt, I guess, kick of, oh yeah, this is my religion. You know, those who aren't so serious about it, or take it as seriously, I guess, as, I guess you should I say. I guess all the moral, all the good things from Christianity start bubbling up in people with the cheerful season, and it just kind of encourages this kind of this stew pot of good emotions and cheerfulness. And I wonder how would you spread that out? How would you bring out another holiday to Christmas status? You know what I'm saying? Like Christmas, like how would you, like, okay, let's just off the top of my head, how would we get Valentine's Day? How do you get Valentine's Day to Christmas levels? You know what I'm saying? Like Christmas, we overlook a holiday, Thanksgiving, and we kind of immediately, we celebrate Christmas for 2 months. Some of us even celebrate it for 3 months, you know, afterwards, keeping up Christmas lights and all that jazz. So I wonder, what would it take to get something like Valentine's Day to be pre-celebrated celebrated 2 months ahead of time, and even after the fact, I guess there'd be a lot of rebranding. Not rebranding, or like doubling down on stuff. Like a big portion of Christmas season is the Christmas time is the Christmas season, you know, like the weather, the temperature and all that stuff, you know. Is it gonna snow today? I think it's gonna snow today. I think I have to move my car. Well, either way, I think you would have to, like, I'm gonna keep driving. I think you'd have to, like, here, we're gonna post myself up right here. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, that's not exactly what I'd like to have for lighting, but it is what it is. So, like, I wonder, what would it take to get, you know, what would it take? What would it take to get Valentine's Day up to speed, you know? What would it take? Would Valentine's Day would have to be coupled with the season? Like, you know, like, first off, like, I don't even know what season Valentine's Day takes part in. Yet I've taken part in it 2 or 3 times, you know, or something like that. You know, like, legitimately having a relationship and, like, having a Valentine's and whatnot and all that comes with it, you know, chocolate hearts, roses, all that jazz. I said all that jazz 3 times already. I'm gonna try my best to not do that again. But, you know, I wonder what exactly, I think you'd have to couple it with the season, you know, so that, I think it's the spring season, maybe. So I think you'd have to couple it with the season so that when you think of the autumn leaves, or, you know, or the spring, you know, is it in spring? I'm going to assume it's in spring. If Valentine's Day was in springtime, I'm going to take a right here. If Valentine's Day was in the springtime, then, you know, you have then you start coupling the spring atmosphere with that thing more, really push that. What else would you do? I guess like movies, but I mean, there's already love movies, but there's always like, I guess you'd have to center love, like the film industry would have to take a big leap, and that leap would be love films would have to primarily drop in the spring, like almost exclusively, you know, like the same way, like no one shows, you know, like the Grinch stole Christmas, or, you know, or I guess my mind is pulling a blank. I guess I really am a Scrooge, but or a Grinch, but, you know, things like, you know, Christmas movies, period. You know, you get what I'm saying. You're smart. So, so, you know, I think that's what you'd have to do. Like, all the love movies would have to drop almost exclusively. So, like, there'd be no romantic comedies, no romantic movies, no nothing. Like, just anything remotely romantic, or I should say romance-centered, will be just entirely, you know, Valentine's Day. And maybe that already happens to an extent, but, you know, I don't know, man. And I guess well, that's the thing, like, some love stories happen in the winter, they happen at sea. I feel like there'd have to be a solid lockdown on, like, the season, time. I don't know. I feel like I'm running into this too much, and I'm kind of killing a dead horse right now. I don't know. I think whatever, it's whatever. I don't know. How would you get another holiday up to? I mean, you would think Valentine's would be a pretty good competitor to Christmas, because it's like, you know, making love, sex, bada bam, bada boom, you know? I feel like Valentine's got a lot going for it. Sex sells, apparently. I guess not enough. I don't know. I don't know. Well, looks like I have to park on the street. Alrighty then. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for wasting your time and giving it to me. Wasting, it looks like 13 minutes and 10, 11, 12 seconds. Stay 13 minutes and 30 seconds with me. Thank you so much for doing that, if you decided to. Yeah, bye.